everyone, welcome back to the Stretford Paddock for another episode of Paper Talk, the show where we go through the dirt sheets and sieve through the papers to set the lies from the truth. And obviously, the last few days has been a good bit of truth to read in the papers. Obviously, many of the papers running with the Wan Bissaka story, obviously near enough confirmed, actually practically is confirmed at this stage. 80 to 90k a week deal worth £45 million plus £5 million add-ons. We were down there at Old Trafford breaking the news yesterday, and we expect it anyway in the next, what time is it now, 10:15, in the next few hours we will have an official announcement from Manchester United and Crystal Palace over the signing of Wan Bissaka, which will make him the, I believe, the most expensive defender in Manchester United's history at 21 years old. Obviously, a lot of people have been reacting to it online. A lot of people saying United have actually done a bit of shrewd bit of business, managing to keep on that Zaha sell-on clause. 25% of any fee that Crystal Palace get from selling Wilfried Zaha will go to Manchester United. And you'd expect, if Wilfried Zaha is to leave Crystal Palace, that would be in the region of 50, maybe 60 million pounds. When you consider Wan Bissaka, they managed to get 50 million for him. On the story as well, that the MEN, a pretty good story they're leading with as well, talking about the structure of transfers at the moment, talking about the fact that Matt Judge is the key guy and the chief negotiator for deals this summer. It's not primarily Ed Woodward, and it goes into a little detail about who Matt Judge is, his background and his qualifications, and why he is the man for this job as well. Leading with another story there as well, that United joined suitors for 15-year-old wonder kid. Again, linking us with another league on 15-year-old Ryan Cherky. I can't say anything about this. Obviously, probably like many of you, never heard of him, but similar to that story about the Zaragoza lad we broke earlier this week, I should say, about 130 grand we were alleged to have paid for that 16-year-old as well. Again, they're running with stuff like the MEN, something we covered last week, Solskjaer pondering a captain, whose captain's going to be next year, obviously going into detail about why Paul Pogba probably shouldn't be the man to get that decision. But primarily as well, the main story on the back page is leading with the title Back for More, going with the fact that Manchester United, a decision is to be made on whether they will sign a centre-back in this weekend, which kind of comes as a shock to me, and I'm sure many of you, that there's even kind of any deliberation about that. Obviously, the MEN saying here that obviously this season the worst defensive display since 1978-1979. Going into the details as well of how Jose fell out with Ed Woodward over the failings to sign the likes of Jerome Boateng last summer, Diego Godin, and just saying as well that it's they don't expect business to be concluded with just the Wan Bissaka deal. Obviously, Ollie was hoping to get all his signings done by July 7th, which is when the club flies out for pre-season. Again, running with the story as well, they're going transfer mad today, the MEN, or United mad, I should say. Renewing interest in Samuel Umtiti, allegedly. I don't make much of that, to be honest. Going into detail on how we've missed out on the likes of Matthijs de Ligt, Koulibaly, and it looks like Harry Maguire as well, who is going to Manchester City by the looks of it for £65 million. And we're just, it's a big topic of debate at the moment whether, you know, is there need for centre-backs? Personally, I think it's pretty obvious that there is, but a lot of people saying Tuanzebe should be given his chance come next season, which is obvious, but I mean, you can't just throw a lad like that in at the deep end. You know, when there's the likes of Alderweireld available for about £25 million as well. Release clause, the kind of player we need in the squad at the moment. A guy who's going to play that 20 to 25 game span per season, and just add more squad depth to the team as well. Moving on now to the Daily Mirror, who, again, going on about the Wan Bissaka, saying John Salako, ex-Palace winger, saying that it's a good move for Wan Bissaka, the right move as well. Not just to Manchester United, but switching from that right wing position he originally played in his youth days. I say youth days, he's still only 21, but originally a winger, slotting back to that right back position. So that may kind of debunk the whole status that we've just signed a natural right back. Given us the fact, John Salako saying there that he was kind of Wan Bissaka was due to go out on loan when he was out in the Palace Academy, because he was playing that right wing position and was almost lost in that position. But obviously the switch to right back has paid dividends, becoming the most expensive, or we at least it seems to be kind of nailed on, the most expensive defender in United's history. All the pictures obviously been leaked online. Seems like you can't keep quiet on a signing these days, but the photo shoots, the press photos, so on and so forth, they've been leaked all over Twitter now. I'm pretty sure everyone's seen that at this stage. But just John Salako going on here, just saying just how Wan Bissaka's attitude, it's the right kind of attitude. A quiet lad, and he doesn't say much. But that could be a concern of his going to Old Trafford, the fact that he's not perhaps the most boisterous, loud person, and to fit in with that dressing room, as you know, you kind of have to have that loud personality, the Lingards, the Pogbas, the colourful, loud personalities. And John Salako just going on here saying that maybe he doesn't believe Wan Bissaka is that type of lad who's going to be that colourful, boisterous, almost Twitter or Instagram personality as well. The Metro not running much as well, just going in on England women last night as well. Liverpool signing that young lad, and from the Dutch league as well. Like I said the other day, it seems like this window's been pretty dead. Not a lot of big signings going on. I think that is a testament to maybe that getting deals over the line these days is probably a lot harder with the agent fees, so on and so forth. Let's see what else is going on, what you lads are saying in the comments. A couple of stuff here about Longstaff as well. that looks to have a bit of weight to it as well. The MEN were reporting a few weeks ago that Sean Longstaff actually wasn't or isn't United's first choice in that central midfield spot. But with Rafa Benitez, they also went on to say that Rafa Benitez's departure probably won't affect that deal. But the fact that Newcastle actually have gotten rid of him, I can't see him hanging around for too long. Terrible time to sack Benitez as well. They're going to be in big trouble next season, mark my words, I can see that. But Sean Longstaff, £25 million, let me know what you guys think of that in the comments as well. I think it's not a bad bit of business, especially for £25 million, what it gets you in this market. I think a lot more people will be singing his praises, except the fact that he got an injury towards the end of last season. But, you know, he again adds more squad depth. And a lot of people going on about players we haven't sold. Like I said, you can't let people go unless you bring people in as well. Let's see, we should go for Alderweireld, 25 million. He'll be good for a few years and help Tanzania along. Yeah, a lot of people saying the Alderweireld won't make sense. I completely agree as well. But it's a matter of you can get him out of the club. I'm pretty sure he's come out publicly and said that he has no intention of leaving Spurs this summer. He's happy to stay and fight for his place along next to the likes of Davinson Sanchez and Jan Vertonghen and so on and so forth. But it looks like, anyway, we hope in the next few days that United's transfer activities will be gaining a bit of weight anyway, given the fact we finally got this one over the line. A lot of talk going on as well online that Ed Woodward, Ollie is allegedly putting pressure on Ed Woodward to get the Bruno Fernandes deal over the line, which is said to be in the region for about, I think Sporting are said to be holding out for €70 million, which is about £63 million, I want to say, in that region. But anyway, we need new central backs. Yep, that looks to be nailed on. A couple of people going on about Titi as well. Again, I think it's just like paper rumours. Once again, nothing much to it. Can't see him leaving Barcelona, especially the fact they haven't got the Ligt as well. Anyway, guys, that's all from us today on Paper Talk. Make sure to like the video and drop your recommendations in the comments below, and make sure to hit subscribe as well. We're at 7K now. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by the start of the season. You guys have been absolutely fantastic, and make sure to keep an eye out as well, because there is a chance, perhaps, that some of us here at Stretford Paddock may be going on the pre-season tour in the coming weeks. Not 100% sure of yet, but keep an eye out for that. Like I said, make sure to hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.